Hey guys, Aziz here, and today I'm going to show you how you can create fast loading landing pages using Dreamweaver's Hotspots. So let's get started. The first thing you want to do is open up your blank PHP or HTML file. Next, attach a style sheet if you'd like. So for this, I do have a style sheet that I just created ahead of time. It's pretty simple, just a few elements that I wanted to use for my landing page. Next, I'm going to insert a wrapper tag that is going to act as my entire landing page. So we'll go over here, wrapper, okay. Now we're going to set the background for our wrapper. Now, normally you would have your background as some kind of gradient or some solid color. But for this particular landing page, our background is going to consist of multiple images and copy that is actually going to act as our entire landing page. So what I've gone and done ahead of time was create an image that has all of the elements you would see in a typical landing page, with profile images, a nice little subheadline, 3 bullet points, and a call to action. Since this is all in one large image, it's actually going to help to make my landing page load faster in a user's browser. Now from here I can do one of two things. Either I can go the simple route of making this entire image one clickable image, and then just going down to the link here and setting that as the redirect for the offer. So for instance, redirect.php. Or what I can do is use Dreamweaver's Hotspots to actually set a bunch of hotspots throughout my landing page. Now what the hotspot feature in Dreamweaver does is allow you to select an area that the user can click to lead them onto another page, or in this case the offer page. There are 3 hotspot selections that you can choose from, one being the rectangular hotspot tool, the oval tool, or the polygon tool. So I want to create a hotspot for every one of the profiles I have here. So I want to select the rectangle tool, and over every profile I'm just going to create a hotspot. I'll just do this for all of my profiles here. Now, once I've actually set up every profile area with its own hotspot, what I can do is then go back by selecting the pointer hotspot tool and select which hotspots I'd like to edit. So I want every one of these hotspots to lead the user to the offer page. So to do that, once I have the arrow selected, in the hotspot desired, I'm just going to go to link and replace that # with my redirect. And I would just do this for every single hotspot that I just created. Now, since users typically click on things more than we would think that they would, we actually want to create hotspots for other parts of our landing page. So again, with the rectangular tool, I'm going to select a hotspot there, and just in a few other spots. Then I'm going to use my polygon tool here, and even create a hotspot up here. Now one last thing I actually wanted to mention about the hotspot is that you can create behaviors for each hotspot. So for instance, if I take my rectangular tool and go over the join now, what I want is to create an interactive sort of illusion to this landing page, where whenever the user will move their mouse over this selected area, a new image is going to pop up, making it seem like the join now sign has sort of lit up. So to do that, with my hotspot selected, what I'm going to do is go up into my window and open up the Behaviors tab, or you can just press Shift F4. Over in the Behaviors tab in the top line, I'm just going to pick from the drop-down selection on mouse over. Then, in this empty space, we'll hit the plus sign and go to Swap Image. Now, what I've done ahead of time is actually create the same image with the exception of this tiny little join now is now a different color than as you can see right here. So I'm just going to select that image, hit OK. Next, I want to make sure that I have preload images and restore images on mouse out selected here. That way, both of these images will load out at the same time, and when the user has moved their mouse away from the join now selection, everything will go back into its original state. We'll just hit OK. And once we do one more look over to see if you want to add any hotspots anywhere else, we can just hit save and then upload this to our server. And what we get is something like this. Whenever the user moves their mouse over the selected area where we created the hotspot, we see a chance to click and lead them to the offer page. And just like how I kind of mentioned here, now a new image pops up whenever I move my mouse over the join now, making this little button seem a little bit more interactive. Well, that's part 1 of my video tutorial on how to create fast loading landing pages. I hope you enjoyed, and please stay tuned for part 2. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those in the section below, or email me at aziz@ipixel.com. Thank you very much, and take care.